Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Wurzburgen Salamanca. This is the EuroLeague Women quarterfinals. It's game day 2, and we are about ready to go with Perfumerias Avenida against Spar Girona. Well, these are the results from Salamanca so far. We just watched Fenerbahce finish off Galatasaray. Although they lost that game, they won the tie. Now the question is, will Avenida or Spar Girona join them at the EuroLeague Women Final Four? You can see Fenerbahce up at the top. Also, UMMC Ekaterinburg have also dispensed with Dinamo Kursk to move on into the Final Four. And Sopron Basket, Asvel Lyon also battling it out for a spot in the Final Four. But our attention is on this all-Spanish showdown between Girona and Avenida. One that Avenida won by 8 points in the first meeting. Of course, you don't want to count out this Girona team. They are a battling team. They've got the likes of Laia Palau, one of the all-time greats, legendary player of Spain, and a player that will perhaps have a big say in tonight's game. Ryzen Kharova as well, the promising Czech center who just seems to move from strength to strength. What type of impact is she going to have on the game? Adora Elonu, the Nigeria international, another fantastic talent in this Girona team. And of course, remembering how this Girona team won that thrilling contest over Schio, Beretta Family Schio, at the end of the regular season, and being able to advance to this stage of the competition. Samuelson, the Great Britain international, number 44, leading Avenida to victory the other night. But effectively, it's just one half of the game that has been played. You have to win. You have to win on aggregate. You have to be able to move on, and this competition, the EuroLeague Women, is without a doubt the best women's basketball competition there is in the world when you consider the length of the competition and the talent that shows up to play here year in and year out. It is quite a show, and we're excited to bring you the action tonight. Girona, of course, very excited to be here in the playoffs and looking to get to the Final Four. We're going to have the introduction of the teams, of the players. Starting off with Girona. Obviously, we do have a limited attendance. The world has been disrupted by the coronavirus pandemic, and that has prevented, obviously, a lot of fans from getting into arenas. But there is a limited attendance here for this game. So Elonu, who will be at the Olympics with Nigeria. Palau, who will be at the Olympics with Spain. Lead out Girona. Petrovic as well, who will be at the Olympics with Serbia. And I mentioned Sanja Petrovic, but in fact, following her marriage, she goes by Sanja Vasic. But Girona out on the court, Ryzen Kharova as well. There's Silvia Dominguez, one of the all-time great Spanish players, really, certainly from the past decade. She comes out, and you can see the exciting player for Avenida, Diallo Dieng, coming out, number 15. Keep an eye again on Samuelson. You got Katie Lou Samuelson. You got Carly Samuelson. You've got Tiffany Hayes, who's going to be a big-time player in this game. Leonor Rodriguez as well. So we've got a good one coming up. Roberto Iniquez, the Spaniard at the helm of Avenida. And you see the referees for tonight's game lined up and ready to go. We'll also get a look at the starting fives for both of these teams. Referees from Norway, France, and Croatia: Viola Giorgi, Thomas Bisuel, and Nikola Perlic. So Ryzen Horova, obviously the focal point of this attack for Girona. They're going to start with Palau at point guard, Frida Eldebrink, the Sweden international, Sonja Vasic, also in that starting five. And you got Ryzen Horova, you got Gray, Soler, Ferrari, Labocchiene coming off the bench. Ryzen Horova, in the opening game, she had 16 points. And for Avenida, you've got Maria Teresa Cazorla, Tiffany Hayes, Katie Lou Samuelson. Can we be any faster with that starting five? Let me tell you, that was fast. Roberto Iniquez, the coach. Well, we'll tell you who they are once they're out there. Carly Samuelson. Saw her numbers from that opening game. This is Basketball Central, folks. The EuroLeague women. It's Perfumerias Avenida taking on Spar Girona in an all-Spanish showdown here in Salamanca, the home of Avenida, and one of the spiritual homes of basketball, I would venture to say, in Spain and in all of Europe, especially when it comes to women's basketball. Roberto Iniquez giving some last-minute instructions here to his Avenida team. Alfred Julbe, the coach of Spar Girona. So remember, it's over two legs. Who wins the aggregate score? Avenida, with the luxury of playing here in the friendly confines, winning the opening game. But that's effectively like winning the opening half for Roberto Iniquez. He knows a very tough 40 minutes is coming up for his team. And Kermit the Frog is here, folks. So that just shows the sense of urgency. Even the Muppets are paying attention to events here in the Würzburg. Well, hello everybody, good evening and welcome to the Würzburg here in Salamanca, Spain. This is the EuroLeague Women quarterfinals. It doesn't get any better than this, an all-Spanish showdown in Rising Jarova. Starting things off well for Girona, getting the first 2 points of the game. Remember, they start after an 8-point defeat in the first game, so they need to come out strong today. Now the Samuelson back outside, and oh, what a silky smooth left-handed shot. And the 2 points are good, and a 3-point play opportunity. So Girona not messing around. Hayes got that first basket for Avenida, but then charged with a foul on the reach. And not able to take advantage. Missing the free throw. So Araujo with an opportunity, but now the game is knotted at 4 apiece. Moving quickly, and Elderbrink with the contact. Called for the offensive foul, leading a little bit with her left forearm. Look at this, pushing off on Hayes. Boy, every time you watch Tiffany Hayes play, it is a lot of fun when she's got the ball in her hands. Here she is. It's time to go to work. She puts it up, and this time a little bit long. Sanja Vasic, one of the all-time greats from her country, Serbia. Araujo passes it out to Palau. Now, she needs no introduction, does she? Here she is. Palau, bounce pass, Rising Jarova. Oh, and she misses the layup. Oh, nice passing for Avenida, and thought we were going to have a 3 fall through the hoop. Araujo. Katie Lou Samuelson missing from deep. And the battle for the rebound. Bringing it up the floor. And that's a Hoff. Cazorla. And again, Samuelson missing from downtown. This time Carly Samuelson. Elderbrink. In and then out it goes. 3 no good there from Vasic. Elderbrink. Dumps it down low to Rising Jarova, who turns and banks it in. That's 2 early baskets for her. She also missed the layup. She's getting some looks, getting some opportunities. Thorla, Samuelson, and Hoff blocked down low. Good basketball from Avenida. And really, you don't have to go for the block there if you're Rising Jarova. Just hold your ground. So the Dutch big gets in and gets her first point of the game. Just 24 years of age. Such promise for Hoff. And she makes both. Elderbrink from behind the arc. I'll tell you what, she is an excellent shooter, and she doesn't waste any time improving it tonight. Now, beautiful penetration of the jump to Hoff, and she's fouled as well, so she will go to the line for a three-point play opportunity. Calling it very tight so far. Hoff completes the three-point play. Girona and Avenida trading blows here nearly 4 minutes into the contest. All tied at 9. Elderbrink drifts in now outside. The miss, the long rebound. Araujo doesn't pick it up, a little bit lazy. And Samuelson getting down on the ground and a foul called. Boy, this Avenida team is hungry. They are desperate to get back to the Final Four. Look at the hustle there. The hustle from Cazorla. And that call is certainly not going their way. So the ball inbounded. Palau to Reisenharova. Reisenharova turns, puts it up. Well, might have tried to force it. And the Dutch center won that battle. Quick pass to Hoff. And Hoff putting it up quickly. Great defense from Laia Palau. He's catching her breath over there on the sidelines. Hayes, guarded by Araujo. Oh, goes right past her. Puts it up and in. Boy, she made that look easy. She just had that quickness. Just a little jab step to the left and then went right past Araujo in for a layup. Elderbrink misses. Reisenharova coming over the back. Well, checking into the game for Avenida, Silvia Dominguez. And coming in for Girona, Paola Ferrari, Chelsea Gray also in. Hayes goes behind the back. And missing from the baseline was Milic. Nikola Milic also in the game. Hayes Chelsea Gray waits and puts it up and in. Nice little hesitation. So remember, the first game ended with an 8-point win for Avenida. Beautiful bounce pass by Silvia Dominguez to Hoff. And another foul called on Reisenharova. And the limited attendance allowed in the Würzburg is making itself known. They want to double check something about the foul that's been called I know they are barking away over over at the coach of Girona, Alfred Hulbe. Bosch telling him to sit down. I remember he was given his marching orders in that critical win over Skio. And the longtime Spain international, Dominguez, makes the first. Takes the time and makes the second as well. Cazorla comes back into the game and replaces Hayes. Boy, don't you know that the EuroLeague women is going to be so happy when these arenas can be filled again, because even the limited attendance here is making so much noise, and it just adds so much atmosphere. Labacchiene, now it's Gray. Oh, the pass, it looked like it was there, but I'm not sure that it was expected by Labacchiene, excuse me. And now another reach and a foul. So Samuelson fouled as she gets closer to the paint. Makes the first free throw. Now the pass goes out of bounds. Also interesting to see Bella Allery in the game. Played her college basketball at Princeton, and the daughter of Mark Allery. Nice jump shot. Nope, goes over. Not like Mark. Mark played at Duke back in the days when I was at UNC. What a great player. Now bounce pass and denied. But she certainly bears a resemblance to her father. She comes over to Aniquez and gets some instructions. So Labacchiene at the line makes the first. Avenida with a 2-point lead. Remembering they won the first game by 8 points, so it's the aggregate score. Oh, look ahead up to Dominguez. Sylvie Dominguez lays it up and in. Girona falling asleep, not having anybody back. Vasic. Guarded closely by Samuelson. Bounce pass to Gray. And the long shot, no good. Here comes Cazorla. Now Elonu. Over to Gray. Chelsea Gray at the line, puts it up. Samuelson with the rebound. And hands it off to Dominguez. Well, so far so good. If you're a fan of Avenida, your team has extended its overall lead to 11 points in this battle. And now foul called. So Girona down 3 points, fouling, and over the limit. So free throws are coming. The foul on Ferrari. Carly Samuelson takes a seat, and Allery will get a chance to make some free throws. Niquez liking what he's seeing right now, of course. He's been around for many years in the EuroLeague women. Got his first big chance with the old Rose Casares team, leading them to the title. Now Chelsea Gray, and an offensive foul called on Girona. A minute 17 remaining in this opening quarter. Tiffany Hayes called for the travel as she goes to the baseline. Girona down by 5 points. That means they're trailing by 13 overall. Looking for some offense. And Lonu drives in, misses, follows up her miss. Gets it back outside to Laia Palau. Palau turns it over. In fact, it was Labokiene with the foul. Called for the moving screen. Boy, such a tough thing to do, really. You have to appreciate it for the players. Just ruled not set. Hayes, again, fakes, drives in, passes back outside to the perimeter. Girona with a chance. Cross court to Gray, then quickly inside to Elonu. Much better. Dominguez. Well, that missed by Nikola Milic right at the end. Nevertheless, it's Avenida who have had the better of the exchanges in the first quarter. They lead it 18-15. That's 92-81 on aggregate in this battle for a spot in the EuroLeague Women Final Four. Well, those are the shooting numbers so far. Avenida 8 of 9 at the line and doing a lot of damage there. Haven't shot particularly well from the floor. Here's some of the highlights from the first quarter. And you see the Elonu basket right there at the end. And Girona, well, they've got a chance. They've just got to knuckle down and play some defense. Got to put the ball in the basket. That's the name of the game. UMMC at Katerinburg swept Dinamo Kursk. They've already advanced to the Final Four. Also, Fenerbahce winning their quarterfinal tie against Galatasaray, although Galatasaray won the second game today, 71-61. Impressive comeback for them as they moved on to the Final Four. So who is going to join them? Well, Sopron almost certainly will join them. They won the first meeting with Lyon by 28 points. And this is probably the bigger question mark. Will Avenida hold on and beat this battling Girona team in this Spanish derby, or this all-Spanish affair? Avenida starting the second quarter with possession. And long shot and the miss from Samuelson, Katie Lou Samuelson. Ball goes out of bounds over to Girona. Now the turnover. And driving in and scoring is good. Katie Lou Samuelson, and she is also fouled on the play. Well, it's already hard enough to contend with one Samuelson, but to have to contend with two, it just makes it all the more difficult. She gets it to drop. Does not complete the three-point play. Cazorla guarding Palau. Palau looks, puts it up from downtown, puts it up an air ball. Rodriguez quickly. Allery passes back outside to Hayes. Here's Rodriguez. That's what she's known for, folks. She can drill it. She played for the Noles at Florida State. Also another member of that Spanish national team program. Chelsea Gray, meanwhile. And a foul called on Avenida. They called a foul on Hayes. Tiffany Hayes, the former star at the University of Connecticut, UConn, one of the many that have come over to Europe. Now, one shot no good, and another rebound, this time by Dominguez for Avenida. So Avenida really have doubled their aggregate lead so far. Samuelson. Chelsea Gray brings it up the floor. Gets into the paint, and the crowd thought she traveled. Battle for the rebound. Allery can't get it. Elonu gets it back in, and Girona still can't get the drop. Gray kept it alive, and finally Avenida come up with a basketball. Rodriguez. Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Samuelson spurns the opportunity. And then kind of falling down, Lavakienie is fouled. Great effort. Fouled by Andrea Villarreal Aragones. Well, they would have known that this was going to be a big ask for them tonight, and they understand that this game isn't won necessarily in the first half as long as they keep it close, but they've got to keep it close. They can't afford to fall any further behind, really. Nice pass. Oh, passing it back outside. Now wide open on the baseline, but missing. And that's not going to work for La Bocchiene. Well, Samuelson not able to rebound it. Well, it looked like it could have gone off of Araujo. That's what Samuelson was saying. But when you got a commanding lead, you don't have to worry about it too much, perhaps. So timeout. Let's go down to the bench.
We want to do the things so well. Find the passing lines, all that we commit, all that we compromise, and we are achieving many of the things. We are finding the chance. But get calm, okay? Tranquilas, estamos ahí, concentration for everything we do, okay? It's not a big deal. We want to celebrate, we want to go on to the next, but concentration and no pressure, okay? Maybe we can lose one goal.
Certainly is not a picture of efficiency, 6 of 22 from the floor and so many turnovers, but
someone protect, and you are right.
still time to put things right if you're Girona. Well, we talk about having to stop one Samuelson, but when you have to stop the Samuelson sisters, that's like double trouble. And then you throw in a little bit of Hoff, a little bit of Allery, and Roberto Enriquez has to like his lineup. Got a really good situation working in Salamanca here. Then you bring in the Spanish national team players like Dominguez, Rodriguez. It is a tough nut to crack for anybody. Palau shakes, puts it, gets it back. Oh, she passes up the open jumper. Now she's going to take it, and she's going to make it. Laia Palau. Both teams with 7 makes from the floor. Oh, great defense. And pushing it quickly, Girona, Araujo. Elderbrink swings it. Back to Elderbrink. Oh, the designated shooter, she pulls up at the line. She had a 3, but it wasn't really in the flow, so she did the right thing by stepping in and stroking it from the charity stripe. Nice little sequence there for the team from Girona.
You will not be in the game making one shot. Incredible, you will be in the game playing. Just play. Just play, shooting your shots, blah, blah, blah. Don't try to do something incredible. No, just play. Easy. They can now so.
Well, you really have to appreciate, because you have so many good American players that come over, but also players, for example, Hoff, who comes from the Netherlands, and there's only so much time to speak so many languages in the huddle. Enriquez obviously speaks English well, and he's in Spanish able to has to communicate in different languages, and Just telling his players, hey, just go out and play. Don't try to overcomplicate things. But it is one facet that perhaps is lost on some people is the skills needed to coach in Europe. You got to be able to be multilingual. Rodriguez from behind the arc. Now Palau. And Girona. And Hoff looks on. Wondering why the foul was called there. I'm wondering the same thing, but as long as they call it that way on both ends of the floor, I'm okay with it. Elderbrink. And she was bumped. So Cazorla picks up the personal. Yeah, that's a reach. That's a foul any day of the week. You're reaching that far away and you're getting some hand. Just move your feet. Elderbrink. Araujo. Now Elderbrink pulls up with the stripe again. Boy, she's such a good shooter, isn't she? She really is. She's been that way her entire career. Frida Elderbrink. Samuelson missing from the baseline. And feels like a little bit of the nerve settling in here for Avenida. Now another attempt from the line. Gets it to go, and we're all tied up just where we were at the start of the game. 23 apiece. That means an 8-point lead on aggregate for Avenida. And that is the important score, the aggregate score, because the winner of the aggregate score goes to the Final Four. Samuelson. Leo Rodriguez. The pass, snatched, and putting it up and missing. But there, the follow Hoff. It was Cazorla that missed the long jump shot. Well, the one thing that you appreciate, the more that you watch this Girona team play, is they never consider themselves out of the game. Things were starting to slip away there in that first quarter, but they've hung around, and here they are. They've tied it. Leo Rodriguez. And now Elderbrink does the smart thing and lets it go out of bounds. And really, they haven't gotten Ryzen Harova into this game as a factor so far. She's sitting over on the bench, and her team, meanwhile, keeps coming back. Tiffany Hayes back in. Cazorla guarding the veteran Palau. Now Elderbrink goes past Hayes, gets it up, and earns the trip to the free throw line. She just has a nose for the basket. I mean, she knows what she has to do. You have to appreciate that Elderbrink, yep. Yeah, she absorbed a little bit of contact. Hayes doesn't like it, but it doesn't matter. Elderbrink sinks the first free throw. Don't read lips, folks. Second one is good. Elderbrink doing a great job for Girona. 9 points. 3 of 4 from the floor. And offensive foul, turning it back over. And Vasic, slow to get up. So Milic called for the charge. Just got there a little bit late, I guess. Elderbrink. Araujo, bounce pass. Oh, and Labukiene had a chance for a three-point play if she makes it, but nevertheless fouled and will go to the line for a couple of free throws. And Labukiene puts it up and in and takes it now to a three-point lead. And now the lead is his biggest for Girona in the game, 4 points. Oh boy, the ball got away from Carly Samuelson. And everything not going according to plan right now. Great reach in by Elderbrink, in fact, to knock it, to kind of get some ball and force Samuelson to lose control. .3:10 remaining. Chelsea Gray passes up to Vasic. Gets down to the baseline, brings it back outside now. Gets it to Araujo, who is bumped and fouled by Samuelson. And now it starts to get really nervous for the fans here in Salamanca. Avenida trailing by 5 points, now 6, and reducing their overall lead in the tie to 2 points. A thriller unfolding right before us here in Salamanca, Spain, folks, in the EuroLeague Women quarterfinals. Oh, beautiful drive down the lane. Cazorla, nobody picked her up. Three-point shot is good. Well, Vasic, the veteran from Serbia. The lead now 32-25 in this game. It's a 1-point Avenida lead on aggregate. Samuelson almost traveled. Cazorla gets it back. Dominguez spins, puts it up right at the buzzer. Sylvia Dominguez. Well, definitely a pass first point guard, but she had no option there. She had to put it up, and she did. Gray spins into the paint, loses it. Now the dump down low. Allery back outside. Samuelson, Dominguez for three. And Samuelson flies in for the rebound. And all of a sudden, that little bit of extra sense of urgency and the momentum back with Avenida. So 5-point lead for Girona. They trail by 3 on aggregate. Referees want to discuss something. Samuelson. Cazorla, good! 3-point shot. Now Elderbrink drives in and gets 2 of them right back. Excellent work by the Swede, but the game picks up and the layup is good by Samuelson. They beat Girona down the floor. Wonderful rhythm to the game right now, folks, going back and forth. Elderbrink to Vacic. Vacic hit that big 3-pointer. Here she is looking for some space. She gets inside, she puts it up, she gets swatted by Allery, and Avenida end up coming up with the basketball. Dominguez calls the play. Final seconds, ticking off the clock in a thrilling first half at the Wurzburg in Salamanca. Dominguez, Samuelson, down it goes to Allery. She whips it to the corner, Cazorla, and right at the end, misses. But a strong finish for Avenida will certainly allow them to walk to the changing rooms with a little bit more confidence at halftime. But that man, never bet against him. He is plotting. You can see he likes the position that his team is in. Girona leading it at halftime, 34-32, trailing by 6 points on aggregate. We'll digest that, folks. The numbers, just 2 makes each. Very similar statistics, in fact. 2 makes each from 3-point range. It's about as tight as it can be. Girona out-rebounding Avenida 23-18. Cazorla with 7 points, 2 assists. And Frida Elderbrink has 11 points for Girona. Well, folks, we're at halftime. It's Girona leading it by 2 points, 34-32. We'll be right back before the start of the second half. 34-32, Spar Girona on top of CB Avenida. And, well, what a classic. CB Avenida leading it by 6 points on aggregate, but Girona, the team that eliminated them from this year's Copa de la Reina in the semifinals, has really put the pressure on them, and they have to be feeling confident heading in to this second half. The question is, well, who's going to hold their nerve? You have to like the approach of this Girona team as they really take aim at making it to the Final Four for the first time, and what a story that would be, especially if they're able to eliminate Spanish rivals Avenida and get one over on them. There's not much difference between these two teams, but Girona certainly deserving of that 2-point lead after coming back, after trailing in that first half. Avenida led in the first half by as many as 8 points. And Girona led by as many as 7. So welcome back, folks. If you have been away to the kitchen or wherever you are watching this game to get a hot tea, some supper, whatever, here we are. And coming right out, Araujo drilling a three-pointer for Girona to give them a 37-32 lead in this second game. Remember, Avenida starting with that 8-point edge after the first leg. And good play by Hoff, who, by the way, is also a big star for the Dutch national team, for the 3x3 national team. 3x3 is huge in the Netherlands. Here's Chelsea Gray going up and getting fouled. So she has a couple of free throws coming. And you do wonder mentally how strong this Girona team is, having had that success against Avenida in the Copa de la Reina. You'd have to think that it only makes them that a little bit more confident that they can get the job done tonight. Gray takes both free throws and makes them. Sylvia Dominguez back into the game. Quick pass. Hoff passed it up at first and then ended up putting it up and in, so another basket for her. Labutskiene gets down low, and Vasic gets down low, and well, they're going to keep the basketball. Ryzen Harova has so far not really been a factor. You got to keep an eye on her. Vasic, a little long, and Dominguez chases down the long rebound. Dominguez over to Samuelson from behind the arc. So Samuelson's three ties it up. Carly Samuelson, her first three of the game. She's got 4 points. Elderbrink, who's led her team in scoring, trying to get it back from Ryzen Harova. She can't get it to her. The defense is too good. Then the reach, and it's Carly Samuelson that picks up the foul. a wonderful interception. And the drive and the basket is good by Samuelson. Katie Lou Samuelson. Big turnover for Girona. Now Vasic. Reisenharova with the big-time rebound and putback. Cazorla. Over to Samuelson. Katie Lou gets it to Hoff. Hoff rejected by Reisenharova. And a foul called. Certainly her reaction suggests she wasn't expecting that call. But then Hoff looks like she might have taken one on the nose. Boy, soft touch. You got to be able to take a shot to the face and then step up and take your free throws. Second was not there. Walker brings it forward. Elderbrink. And loses control of it just as she gets her feet wet in the paint. Now, Dominguez. Samuelson and travels as she spun into the lane. Mika's pacing the sidelines. His team with a 9-point lead on aggregate right now. And now Cazorla picks up a foul. And they don't want to talk too much. Tiffany Hayes checks back into the game. Tiffany Hayes so far with just 4 points. She started well, but then everything went quiet with her. And the dump down low, and Reisenharova another 2. And now she's becoming a factor. It's almost as if she sat down, took some of the steam out of the game, and now she's come back out there to wreak a little bit of havoc. Pass to the corner, Samuelson, back to Hayes. Shot clock down to 5. Hayes, Hoff on the baseline. Chelsea Gray rebounds the miss. Pulls up, left open, and Hoff chases down the rebound. Dominguez. They want to get it down low. They do to Hoff again. She goes right at Reisenharova. And she earns another trip to the line. Another foul on the big center from the Czech Republic. So Labutskiene back into the game. The Lithuanian coming in again at a very important juncture of this contest. And Hoff rattles in the first free throw. And once again, misses the second. This time she gets the offensive rebound. Oh, Thought she could have gone right back up. She decides to pass it back out. Dominguez. Samuelson from behind the arc. And Katie Lou Samuelson wins that battle with Laya Palau. Hayes over to Dominguez. Again, Hoff has the ball knocked away. Great defense from behind by Araujo. Araujo drives in. Oh boy, tough runner from Araujo. Carlos Samuelson gets to the baseline, back outside to Hoff. Hayes has it, shot clock winding down. Hayes buries the three-pointer. Elderbrink pulls up in the lane and gets it right back, at least two of them, for Girona. And puts them back in front. The tension is palpable in the Würzburg. The winner of this tie goes to the Final Four. Hayes gets to the baseline. She gets swatted. There is Hoff, though, and scoring with the putback. Going up with her left hand. Araujo into the corner. Three-point shot. Here's another look. Araujo attempting the three, goes down after Hoff gets right up in her grill, and they have called a technical foul for flopping on Araujo. So you can imagine that decision has not been welcomed over there on the Girona bench by Alfred Hulbe-Bosch. And Katie Lou Samuelson misses the free throw. Thorla looking for some space. Now Hayes, and tried to get it back to her teammate, and a little bit of misunderstanding there. Throws the ball out of bounds. Now, Girona, if you're an Avenida fan, Girona, they might be trailing by a point this game, but it feels like they're trailing by a point in the tie. They can put some points on the board quickly. Three-point shot. Now Cazorla. Palau playing lots of minutes tonight. Cazorla from behind the arc. That's good. And the lead goes to 4, and Enriquez lets you know what he thinks about that. Great play, though. Girona striking quickly with Raud. seen it happen so many times tonight. Both teams, in fact. Hayes. She's drilled 1-3. Now another 3. Offensive rebound. Reset the shot clock. Hayes open. She says, why not? And there it is. Brings a little bit of rain. Elderbrink right to the other end. Boy, she is coming up big tonight for Girona. Elderbrink 16 points. And we've got a long way to go. The dump down low. And the miss by Milic. So Elderbrink is going to inbound the basketball for Girona. So the ruling is the ball went off of Hayes. Mallory checks back into the contest. Alfred Fulde-Bosch pacing the sidelines in front of his Girona bench. Meanwhile, the veteran Palau brings it up the floor, guarded by her fellow Spain international Dominguez. Now Elderbrink. And Hayes reaches in and commits the foul on Paula Ferrari. Eleanor Rodriguez also back in the game. And Labutskiene is fouled by Allery. Yep, slid in a little too late. So with 1:03 remaining, Avenida over the limit. And Labutskiene steps up to the line. Well, I'll tell you what, every single opportunity right now is crucial in this game for Girona as they try to overturn the 8-point deficit. Right now it's a 10-point aggregate deficit. They've got to win on aggregate if they want to get to the Final Four for the first time in club history. Girona. They've already taken their fans on a wild ride this season. It's been an incredible campaign for them. And over and back is the call on Avenida. So with 40.4 seconds remaining, Girona have the basketball here in the third quarter. Good job by Labutskiene with the defense. Ferrara over to Elderbrink. I tell you, she's been so good tonight. I expected that one to go in. Rodriguez hands it off. Sylvia Dominguez. Rodriguez in the left corner. Allery. Rodriguez gets it off right in the nick of time. And there's going to be a little bit of time. Shot clock violation. think they're talking right now. How much time should be on the clock? Yep, they want to see how much time is on the clock. Well, again, just to set the stage, if you're just joining us, Avenida and White won the first game by 8 points. So by virtue of their 2-point lead tonight, they have a 10-point lead on aggregate. And the winner of the aggregate score will advance to the Final Four. So teams retreat to the bench as the referees look at the monitor to see how much time should be on the clock. Maybe they want to see if the ball hit the rim. No, it did not. So they want to see how much time, I'm guessing, is on the clock. Oh, that's the best angle. Yeah, so it definitely does not hit the rim. So now the question is, how much time are they going to put on the clock for this last possession of the quarter for Girona? Okay, so they're going to put half a second on to the 1.7, so 2.2 seconds. And also remember, Avenida over the limit, so they don't want to foul. Okay, so now a timeout has been called. And again, every possession vital in this game.
Maria is going to fake until very, very close, okay, of Frida, and then a super sprint. And we bet for this, okay? The other is a regular sprint, 5 to Pau, and then if there is not that pass, then Frida makes that effort just to catch and nothing else, maybe one dribble.
Well, play starts again. They throw it up the floor and they turn it over. So a lot of delay and didn't get much joy out of that. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is Avenida leading 54-52 over Spar Girona. So the numbers, 2 more threes for Avenida. Both teams with 19 makes inside the arc. Both teams with 10 makes at the free throw line. Pretty even, as the stats reflect, as they indicate. Well, the stakes could not be any higher because the team that wins this will, that wins this quarterfinal tie anyway, will advance to the Final Four. Avenida have been there before; they've actually won it, but Girona have not been. It doesn't matter. I mean, whoever makes it, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a huge deal. Five rebounds to go with her 13 points. Hoff. She was solid in that 3rd quarter. And we're off, folks. So welcome back if you've been away for a little mini break between quarters. Chelsea Gray has it for Girona. Gets in the paint, puts it up, and gets it to drop. Ties it up on the night, 54 apiece. Rodriguez. Open. Dominguez off to the left a little. Alonu drives in, gets swatted by Hoff. Ferreira misses. Back to Avenida. Ferrari, excuse me. Paolo Ferrari. Off. Oh, beautiful pass to Samuelson. And she earns a trip to the line as well. The foul on Paolo Ferrari. Oh, it's a foul, Ferrari. She had her hands up. Three points. The lead on the night for Avenida. Gray backs up. Behind the back pass. Labutskiene, her attempt. Stays out. Dominguez. And Lubutskini called for a foul from behind. Rajan Harova, Araujo, and Sonja Vasic back into the game for Girona. They're spreading the court right now. Cazorla gets enough space to get inside. She misses. And Rajan Harova with the rebound. Now, who do you go to here? They've been going to Chelsea Gray. Probably they're going to try to get some touches for Rajan Harova. Araujo not shy about putting it up either. Shot clock winding down. She goes off 1 foot, and Dominguez rebounds a miss. Tough drive from Rodriguez, denied deep in the paint. Dominguez went for the steal against Laia Palau. Laia Palau gets inside and then draws the foul from Hoff. Samuelson, Carly Samuelson back in. Hayes also in. They inbound the basketball, and Vasic thought she had a layup, but Hayes alertly reached in and knocked it away. Now she's got it. And Palau almost forcing it over and back. Hayes dumps it off the glass and in. Araujo has Hayes to beat. She passes back to Rajan Harova from the line. It's long. And Girona not getting really the shots right at the hoop that they want. I'd rather see Rajan Harova, I think, catch it lower, closer to the basket. And this time the ball goes off the hands of Hoff with 6:01 remaining. Timeout on the floor. 5-point lead for Avenida, 13-point lead on aggregate. Let's go down to the bench.
Defensively, we need a little bit more even defensively where we are good. But there, we need more spacing. Not spacing as a concept, just the space between us. And when we play one-on-one, go at 110%. And creating passing lines on the other side. Okay, ready. But you have open shots. That's what we want. Okay, for example, if she beats her defender, then you don't go to screen, you just cover because she likes to pass, and you don't screen no one. Go, take off.
Well, the season comes down to this. For Girona, have they got enough to overturn this deficit? We saw them go on a nice little run in the first half and go up by 7 points to close the aggregate deficit to just 1 point. And right now they're trailing by 13 points on aggregate. Elderbrink tried to get it to Ryzen Harova, but the good hands of Tiffany Hayes, I think, knocked that one away. Thorla's pass touched by Araujo. Samuelson drives in. Boy, she had a shot she would have paid for. And Frida Elderbrink steps out of bounds. Her sister Ellen, who plays for Bourges, probably watching in France. Yep, just a little bit. Huff holds on, goes right at Ryzen Harova, and then loses that battle. Ball goes to Araujo, who pushes it quickly and goes all the way in. Boy, that was a tough play. Tough drive in difficult circumstances, surrounded by players from Avenida. But right to the other end is Cazorla. And that just puts the pressure back onto Girona. Ryzen Harova going up against Hoff. And Hayes with the box out. And Avenida appear to be closing in on a spot in the final four. Hayes. Oh boy, a cheap turnover. .359 remaining. And the foul was called, I believe, on Hoff. It was indeed on Hoff. Vasic gets it back to Ryzen Harova, who puts it up and in. Oh, another easy one. But they've got to lock down on defense. They can't trade baskets at this stage with 3:35 remaining. Trailing by 11 points on aggregate, are Girona. Avenida more than happy to take a little bit of time off, extra time off the clock every trip down. Samuelson, oh boy, that was big. That's what you call a little short jump shot dagger, taking it back up to a 5-point lead on the night. Oh, beautiful pass by Gray, and the finish once again by Araujo. But with 3 minutes remaining, time is definitely the enemy for Girona. They need points, and now they need stops. Dominguez, bounce pass! And the easy layup from Milic. Gray spins, puts it up, gets it to go. But time is running out on Girona in this EuroLeague Women campaign. They're down 3 in the game. They're down 11 on aggregate. They need to win on aggregate to advance to the Final Four for the first time. Well, he knows his team is up against it. Calls the timeout and looking perhaps for a little bit of divine intervention.
Reading well, if they play zone, they want to switch the defense. Yeah? No, if they play zone, shoulder to play to the last moment. If they play individual, si juegan individual, ¿vale? We play horse twist, and they are going to be aggressive on the screen. So this player, mirad, cuando jugamos esto y esto, esperar, wait, Nina, ¿vale? And going, oh no, let's roll, they are going to jump here. You, Carly, defense, ¿vale? Mirad. You start the fouls. Before shooting. Play foul. We have to foul. Vale. 1, 2, 3. You use the foul.
Well, they got fouls to give, so Nika is saying, let's use those. Don't give away easy baskets. That was Araujo scoring on that tough drive. And this was Milic, that last attempt. Great pass from Dominguez. So the ball in the hands of Cazorla now. And Harova hasn't been her game tonight. She's got 10 points, but she has fouled out. Called for the hold on Milic. Now Hayes looked like she was trapped. She was able to get out of trouble. And the reach from Cazorla knocks it away as they get it back. Samuelson puts it up right at the buzzer. And that was not a horrible possession in so much that they at least took a lot of time off the clock. Although Enriquez wanted a foul. Well, they've got fouls to give, Avenida, so they're not too worried about that. 3 fouls on Samuelson. A little bit of contact running into the screener. 14 on the shot clock, 1:36 remaining, 11 points, the difference on aggregate. Oh boy, Labutsky passed up an open jumper. Gets it to Hayes, who goes in and lays it up, and that might just have done it. That might just be the shot that slams the door shut on Girona. Basic. Basic again, gets the three-pointer. Girona looking to force a turnover if they can. Avenida more than happy to take time off the clock. Inside the final minute. And Basic called for the block. Well, they got some passionate fans here in Avenida. This is the big show in town. Has been for a long time. They really love their basketball team. And Hayes makes the first. His Avenida go up by 11 points on aggregate and put 1 foot in the final 4. It's going to be hard seeing Girona come back from this deficit now. Basic. And she loses it. Samuelson has it. Now Hayes. Well, they won their battle in the Copa de la Reina, did Girona over this Avenida team. But Avenida are going to win the battle in the EuroLeague Women. Petrovic She's been one of the star performers in the EuroLeague women for several years. She was really hoping to get back to the Final Four this year with Girona, and it's just not going to happen. But that takes nothing away from their magnificent season. Hayes extends the lead in game 2 to 71-65. They're leading by 14 on aggregate. Elderbrink, who was terrific in that first half. Now with 27 seconds remaining. And any more fouls, and Avenida will be over the limit. Only one team can win these ties, and Avenida, well, they came out strong the other night. They got the win they needed. And despite some very nervous moments tonight in that first half, when they trailed by as many as 7 points, they have been able to dig deep and come back not only to win the game, but to punch their ticket to the Final Four once again. It never gets old. So this time a technical foul has been called on the coach. And Hayes misses the free throw. So Alfred Hulbe Bosch slapped for the technical. Frustrating knowing you've got a chance to get to the Final Four before this quarterfinal tie. You travel across Spain to Salamanca. They've got the home court advantage. It's disappointment. And Hulbe is going to bark out some frustration at the scores table, but it's irrelevant at this stage because Enriquez and Avenida have accomplished their mission. They are headed to the EuroLeague Women Final Four once again. Congratulations to Hulbe and Girona for doing a terrific job. Now Hulbe needs to watch, hopefully, his remarks after the game. Frustrating to lose. So a tough loss for Girona, but Avenida have been the better team in this tie, winning the first game 74-66, and coming out and winning this one as well by several points. So they've booked their place to the Final Four. Well, the limited attendance also made a difference tonight for Avenida. Their fans coming out, creating some atmosphere, helping them through the difficult moments. You can never underestimate the impact of a crowd, no matter how big or small. And the crowds, no matter how big or small, here in Salamanca, always make a lot of noise. Tiffany Hayes, she had 16 points, 5 of 6 from the floor. And Cazorla ecstatic. She played a big part in this. Vasic and Ilonu sharing words of commiseration. Well, apologies for the language, folks, if you're listening. All the passion on display here at Avenida as these players, all the hard work, they put the disappointment of the Copa de la Reina behind them. They've come out and they've taken care of business. They are on their way to the Final Four. So Roberto Enriquez pounding his chest, his heart, to say thank you to the fans that came out here to lend their support to their team. The mask-wearing fans doing their bit, making all kinds of noise, and Avenida booking their spot in the Final Four, where I'm guessing, well, it's going to be anything but easy, but nevertheless, you got to get there first, and then you got to hope that you take your best game to the Final Four, where you know there's going to be some big-time competition, the likes of the Katerinburg, especially Fenerbahce, we know, and Sopron will no doubt make it after that big win over Lyon in the first game. You see the final numbers. I'll let you digest those. Hayes finished with 16, Elderbrink 16 as the joint leading scorers. And the lap of honor for this Avenida team here in the Wurzburg. So officially still one place to be grabbed, although Sopron have that commanding lead after the first game. UMMC of Katerinburg and Fenerbahce also at the Final Four, along with Avenida. It's always a great thing to get to the Final Four and to be able to play for titles. And that's what this Avenida team will do. And who knows, maybe it'll be their year once again. They'll be expecting to face Sopron, and again, congratulations to them. Congratulations to Girona for a wonderful season. Well, folks, here's a look back at the highlights from the team introductions at the beginning, when this Girona team still had every chance to make it to the Final Four. They not only needed to win this game, but they needed to win by 9 points. And it was a back-and-forth affair. Avenida started well. Girona battled away. They came back, took the lead, and they created a very nervous atmosphere. You can see they went up by 7 points to trail just by 1 point on aggregate. And Dominguez, that was an important shot, helped settle the nerves for Avenida. And then right at the end of the first half, Avenida finished strong. As Girona leading by 2 points at halftime, trailing by 6 points on aggregate. And they could never quite get to grips with it in the second half. Hoff got off to a great start. Samuelson scoring in transition. Gray kept her team in it. That tied it up early in the fourth quarter. So again, they trailed by 8, but again, some big shots made down low. Katie Lou Samuelson, and a foul on Paola Ferrari. She got the three-point play opportunity. And again, Katie Lou Samuelson, or excuse me, that was Hoff scoring. President Hergerova did get that one, but it was too much of a mountain to climb in the end for the team from Catalonia, from Girona. Some tough shots made by Rahu late. She certainly showed her quality. Gray also rattled one in there just to kind of keep her team's hopes alive. But that turnover there pretty much iced it, because Hayes was able to take it to the other end of the court and score with the layup, and Avenida celebrated the victory, which sealed their place. You can see they swept the two encounters, winning the first 74-66 and the second tonight 71-65. So congratulations to Avenida. They have advanced to the EuroLeague Women Final Four. Final score again tonight, folks, 71-65 in favor of Avenida. They advance to the Final Four of the EuroLeague Women. Thanks for watching, everybody.